I hope you're having a great day. I'm sorry I'm late. We had a network issue. Well, today I want to talk about vitamin M. Vitamin M. A lot of you have been guessing that M stands for meditation. I want to use M today for something called mindfulness. Now, all of us have heard the term mindfulness. We hear it all the time. We talk about it. We try to practice it, but yet, we have not yet mastered it. It's extremely difficult to master it, but anything can be mastered that we practice day on, every single day with consistency and discipline. You know, sometimes we need to pause in life and step back and figure out that, hey, we know everything. We know what we need to do for good health. We know what we need to do to prevent disease. We know what to do to lose weight, to put on weight, to achieve our personal goals. We know how to behave in certain relationships that may not serve us anymore. We know our weaknesses. We know faults that exist with us. We know this, but we just don't end up doing anything about it. It's not because we're lazy people. It's because we want to make changes. Most human beings want to strive for excellence. We want to make changes, but we don't end up doing it. We start off with that new meditation practice. We start off with that new pranayama practice. We get onto a new diet. We start a new exercise regime. After a while, we lose it and we don't continue with it. And a lot of us say we need motivation. Motivation is necessary, but I think it's fooled us for the longest period of time. So we watch a YouTube video, you may watch one of my videos and say, hey Luke, I'm motivated. I'm not interested if you're motivated. I'm interested if you are channeling that motivation into an action plan and getting the results. Otherwise, motivation is just another fancy word. We can go onto YouTube right now and we can watch incredible content on motivation. It is so incredible that you will get motivated immediately. But what do we do with this motivation? Most of us fail there. Once the video is over, we are back to our bad habits. We are back to our poor way of living. And I believe the gap is a deficiency of vitamin M, which is mindfulness. We don't live our life with awareness. Think about it. We just randomly pick up a snack and eat. We randomly get through our meals, eating quickly, not chewing our food. We don't even know whether that meal made us feel good. It didn't make us feel good. We don't even know if we enjoyed the meal. You see, a lot of people have made spirituality a fad as well. You know, they wake up, they do their prayers, their meditation, their chanting. It's like a to-do list. And after that, they don't practice it throughout the day. They don't let it slip into their life. A lot of people doing yoga and they still come and say, Luke, I still have back problems, I still have flexibility issues and all of that stuff, because you're not practicing the essence of your practice into your day. In yoga, you learn posture. You do different asanas to improve your posture, your breathing technique. But the moment your yoga class is over, you go back to sitting with a slouch, half bent, and all of those problems. You're not aware of your breathing that you learned in your meditation practice. So you see, we know it, but we're not living with awareness. We're not living mindfully. And that is the importance of mindfulness. How do we cultivate mindfulness? So that I may go out to a restaurant today, not today, we're locked down and we're not supposed to move out, but tomorrow, once lockdown's over, you may go to a restaurant and you can be mindful. And you can be mindful about your selections from the menu. You don't have to be a health freak. You just got to be mindful. You can choose what suits you. Choose something that will suit you and make you happy, but do it mindfully. You can mindfully eat that dessert. You can mindfully eat your meal with awareness and with connection. You see, the problem in today's world, we don't have mindfulness in us because we are connected and controlled outwards. Okay, we won't make a decision unless we see everyone else's opinions on Twitter, social media. We won't decide how to eat according to how we feel without looking to see if the world is eating the way we eat or which is the new diet on the street and stuff like that. We are so connected outwards, we have no inside connection. We have no internal connection. And that is where mindfulness is cultivated internally. So we can be controlled and we can be connected outwards, but we should never be controlled. I can look at the lives of 50 people today on Twitter, okay? But I'm internally connected. It's nice to see what people are doing in their lives, but I will still follow what is right for me, what my body requires, what my heart requires, what my mind requires. Today you have people giving you dating advice, nutrition advice, all of these things. Listen, but it doesn't have to become you because every individual is unique. Someone else's advice doesn't always have to work for you. You can take the essence of it. But you have to apply it to your life. So today I want to talk about how to cultivate mindfulness. And when we start living with awareness, even in our relationships, so many people come to us and they talk to us and they just don't see. They're blind to see what mistakes they're making in their own relationship. So while the husband's complaining about the wife is complaining about the husband, each of them are blind to their own faults. But when we're mindful, we start to realize and we start to listen and we start to experience emotions, so we can really get to the root cause of why partners or boyfriends, girlfriends or whatever are irritated with one another. Things were great in the beginning, but they're not great right now. But when we're not mindful and we're controlled outside, controlled outwards, we fail to see the inner connections, and that's what is causing chaos in relationships, health, and everything else. So let's move straight into how to cultivate mindfulness. You're not going to get it in your 1 hour of chanting. You're not going to get it in your 1 hour of yoga. No, it is a continuous practice, one day at a time. The first thing that we want to do is cultivating mindfulness. Like right now, you can cultivate mindfulness, okay, by just focusing on the sounds that you can hear. Close your eyes, focus it. It could be noise as well. It could be a car passing by. It could be someone dropping a vessel. It could be some music in the background. It could be the birds chirping. But start off mindfulness by closing your eyes, or even with your eyes open, focusing on all the sounds around you. That means you got to be in the moment right now. You have to be mindful to listen to and observe every single sound that is happening around you. Mindfulness meditation could be very, very simple, where you just close your eyes. That's it. Don't stop any thoughts. But in that meditation with your eyes closed, you are focusing on sounds that you can hear around you. So right now you may hear a bike passing you by. Then you may hear a bird chirping. Don't be focused on the bike passing you by. That sound is gone. Now focus on the chirping of the bird. Someone drops a spoon. Focus on that sound. You hear the whirring of the air conditioner. Focus on that. So you're moving your mind mindfully to the noises and the sounds that you can hear. This is a great practice. Then you can take it a step further to your breath, where you're focused on every inhale and focused on every exhale. That's what meditation teaches you. Focus. Focus and stay focused. Your mind may move and wander. That's absolutely fine. You don't end your meditation and say, oh, meditation isn't meant for me. No, you go back to your breath. And then your mind wanders again, and you come back to your breath, and you come back to your breath. That's how we develop mindfulness. So you may be in a meeting right now, you may be in a very busy meeting and stuff like that, but you're still focused on your breath. You're listening, but you're focused on your breath. You're focused on what people are saying, the tone of their voice, what you're hearing, all of these things. That helps us with mindfulness. So you can focus on sensations as well. Okay, you can focus on sensations, on your breath, on emotions, even on thoughts. Say you're feeling really happy right now. Okay, what are you thinking? Because you can't have a feeling without a thought. What are you thinking? So you realize the thought. Focus more on that thought. Focus more on the feeling that comes from that thought. So you can focus on good emotions. Now, you don't want to do this with bad emotions. You don't want to do this with bad feelings. So you'll say you're feeling very sad right now, and you notice that you're thinking sad thoughts. You want to mindfully shift that focus to good thoughts, or thoughts that make you feel happy. So we do meditation, we do focus. Notice things around you in nature. How many of us miss things that happen around us all the time? You know, if you step out of nature, you can't step out, you look outside your window, notice. Notice the wind in the trees, notice the greenery around you, notice the way the sun falls on the leaves. Just keep noticing things, because then you're in the moment. You are mindful, you're not trying. All you are trying to do is focus on the things that you have around you. Learn to start feeling things. Okay, like I don't know if many of you have ever done something called earth grounding, where if you have access to a garden or earth, you walk barefoot. It is one of the most healing experiences you can ever have. If you ever feel low, depressed, just remove your shoes in a safe way, of course, okay? And walk on bare earth, walk on grass, walk on mud. And within a 20 to 30 minutes, you are going to feel so good, because that energy is real that you connect with. This has the ability to change your emotions. Connection with nature makes everyone feel good. So that's another way of living mindfully, by connecting with the earth. The wind, how many of you stand outside when it's raining and maybe you don't want to get wet, but you feel that cool breeze on your face? That means you are living mindfully. And then even pain, tears when you cry. How many of you really feel that? No, we focus on the emotion. We focus on anger, on why someone made you cry. But sometimes we don't focus on the real pain. I always tell people, you can't suppress pain for a long time. You can't cope with it. Sometimes to get out of pain, you got to face it. You have to go over that pain. You have to go over that hurt, that betrayal, until it comes out of your system, because you've actually faced it. There is no other way. Suppression doesn't work for anyone. You can numb it with drugs, alcohol, shopping, everything, but it'll keep coming up. And after a while, everything that you used to keep pushing it down doesn't work anymore. Deep dive into emotions. How do things make you feel? How does good food make you feel? Do you just eat it with greed and because it gives you endorphins and serotonin, you feel good for a while? How do certain spices make you feel? Learn to eat mindfully, connect with your food. That's when you'll start eating less and you'll start assimilating and absorbing your food the right way with mindfulness. But most people, they think they're doing their bodies a favor by eating quickly. Oh, I have a more important meeting. I have a more important thing to take care of. Well, sooner or later, disease is going to slow you down and you will have to give importance to the way you eat your food. So why wait for disease to slow you down? Start doing it right away. Something called body scanning is a great practice in the morning or even after your workout or before bedtime, where you close your eyes and you focus on, your brain, your scalp, your face, your liver, your lungs. You just scan your body very, very gently to see if there's discomfort. And then you may come to your lower back where you feel there's pain. You're aware of it. You're mindfully aware of that pain because you're body scanning. These are simple things which are inexpensive and free to help you do that. It comes down to living in the moment. Sometimes you're resisting something. Right now you may be resisting something someone said to you, or resisting this lockdown, or resisting whatever it is. Okay? In mindfulness, you learn that your resistance is not getting you anything. Flow for a while. Once in a way, flow. Accept it. This is the way it is. Can you do anything about it? No. Your only other option is to accept. So you go with the flow. You accept it. You can wish things could be better for you. But right now, it isn't. Wish for the future. Wish for tomorrow to be better for you. But right now, you can only accept and flow. For that, you need mindfulness. To mindfully accept that I can't change the situation right now. I can't change the situation. At 1:30, my internet connection went down. So I made a call to my social media team to tell them to post that, hey, I can't go live today because I don't have network. Very calm. Maybe a year ago, I would be hassled about it. I would be like screaming at the internet guy. I would be all of that. Now, I can't do anything about it. The network's gone down. I can go live later. And 2 minutes later, the internet comes back on and I'm able to go live. It's as simple as that. There was no point getting stressed out about not being able to go live, which was me about a year or 2 years ago. Learn to accept. Is there anything I can do? There was absolutely nothing I could do except inform my social media team so that they don't keep you waiting. And they could put a message out there. So learning to flow and learning to accept and learning to be okay with things that you can't change is very important for your overall growth in life, including your health, your personal goals, and your relationships. Visualization is another beautiful technique. Beautiful technique. Close your eyes and visualize how you want your health to be, your life to be. Dream. Dream without any obstruction, dream without limits. It's a beautiful feeling. But most people don't want to do that because they're already scared of what if it doesn't happen? What if it doesn't work out my way? Well, a lot of things don't have to work out your way, but it doesn't stop you from visualizing and it doesn't stop you from dreaming. Gadgets and instant gratification, that robs us of mindfulness. Constantly, I can't face this feeling. Let me switch on my gadget. Let me scroll social media. Let me look at what other people are doing in their lives. Let me look on social media. Who else has a sad life like me? We want instant gratification, and that's what's taken mindfulness and the inner connection away from us. Sometimes if you feel like looking at social media, it's a great practice. Don't look at it. At that moment, don't give in. That's instant gratification. Look at it maybe 10 minutes later, but for that 10 minutes, stop yourself. That's how you cultivate mindfulness. Like right now, I may really want to scroll and look at the tweet I put up on Twitter and see how well it's doing. I want to do it right now, but I'm not going to do it. I'm going to wait for half an hour. I'm going to train my body to resist instant gratification. I can still look at social media, but I'll do it 30 minutes later. And that's how I cultivate mindfulness, because instant gratification is what is spoiling our children, spoiling us, and spoiling everything. When we don't get things at the time we want it, we start getting upset, angry, negative. Nothing has to be the way you want it, and nothing has to happen at the time you want it to happen. Teach your children this. It is so important, because if you don't teach them, you are giving them the right to instant gratification. And in life, and many times in life, you'll find that instant gratification cannot work for you. And that's when your children move into depression. You move into depression that, oh, the world is cruel. People don't give me what I need. No, you have everything. You're just not getting it at the time you want it. So instant gratification is a curse. It is a negative poison that eats into us every day. Look at medicine. No one wants to go through lifestyle changes, but they'll take a medicine that has side effects because they want instant relief. They don't want to work for it. So instant gratification is broken with mindfulness. And finally, try to end your day. This is my challenge to you. Try to end your day on a positive note. Okay, you may have the worst day today. You may have gone through a lot of negativity, but your job and your challenge is no matter what, end your day with a positive note. So for that, you got to think something good. Maybe you got to practice gratitude. Maybe you got to watch something funny, but make it a goal. That is the first step to mindfulness, one step at a time, that no matter what, you will end your day on a positive note. You could have had the crappiest day, but you will end it on a positive note. And that's where gratitude comes in. If we practice gratitude, guess what? We're practicing mindfulness, because gratitude makes us think about the things that we have going good in our life, things that happen well for us today. Gratitude will encourage mindfulness at the same time. So I think that's about it. Patience as well. Okay, you may be impatient about something. Sit back, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 30 minutes. Learn to be patient. By doing that, you cultivate mindfulness. And I do believe that if we can cultivate mindfulness, most of us, like I said, we already know everything. We just don't do it. People are reading 5 self-help books at the same time. That is nothing short of being stupid. Okay, we've gotten so, self-help books are great for you, but take one, consume it completely, take away what you need, make notes. Where do you need to practice it? Practice it for a week, a month, 2 months before you jump onto the next self-help book. All the self-help books that you're reading is only making you feel more and more inadequate. It's making you realize that your life is crap, because the self-help books shows you how to live a better life, which you can't do. Take a few things, mindfully practice it every single day until it becomes a habit, it becomes a lifestyle, and then your life starts to improve. Today we've seen in lockdown, no amount of material wealth, no amount of handbags, no amount of shopping, no amount of everything that we thought makes us happy is working for us right now, because we don't have the option to use it. People are learning to be happy in their own little worlds by focusing on the simple joys and the simple pleasures of life. And that is the truth. It's going to be a sad world when lockdown ends and everyone goes back to their material stimulations, overstimulation from outwards and not from inwards. That's when we know that humanity has actually failed. And we fail to learn right now when life has taught us a lesson. No one can socialize, no one can wear their fancy dresses, their Rolex watches, their bags, and go out and be appreciated. All of that's not happening. We've learned to be happy, most of us, with what we have right now. Simple things. If you can keep that simplicity in your heart by living mindfully and then go outside into the world and enjoy everything else. No one's telling you not to shop. No one's telling you not to have fancy things. But when it starts controlling you, when it starts defining you, that's when you know you're depressed. That's when you know you have very, very shallow thinking and you feel empty inside. You got to reconnect internally. For that, you got to live mindfully. So try these simple tips to cultivate mindfulness in you. It is the way forward. Living with awareness. Someone says something to you that you don't like right now, don't react immediately. Try not to. I know it's really, really difficult, but try. And in awareness, access that emotion. How can someone else control your emotions and life and take away so much of your energy? When we live with awareness, we start living better. Have a great day, everyone. Until next time, eat smart, move more, sleep right, and breathe deep.